everybody. Welcome to the MIXUP 2025 Round 7. Kicking off your Saturday with Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator 2. My name is... and when we cut back to ourselves, joining with me, local and fellow UK Reverend himself, my man like Rekka, coming in for the assist as well. How you doing, man?
I'm doing amazing. I mean, you already know who it is, and it is just, I'm just absolutely ecstatic to not only be here at the MIXUP, but also commentating Guilty Gear, which is a game that I don't particularly talk about, but is also a game, Xrd in particular, that I'm quite fond of. There's just so much personality in that game, and it really made me fall in love with the Guilty Gear franchise as a whole. So, this game actually does really mean a lot to me, and I can't wait to see what we have in store, Kenno.
I mean, it should be a fantastic one. Obviously, every time I'm on, from like Hessen to UFA, I'm always stressing. It feels like it's always the same sort of like on-tour EU peeps, sort of like cutting across obviously the likes of like Outplay, Brussels, Button Tech, and obviously UFA itself. It feels like it's the same sort of gaggle of lads, gaggles and girls and fellas obviously just competing. And we've got the same again. Obviously, we've got our top 8 all together. We are going to be starting with that Nifi Testarossa, obviously, game there. A lot of French on French action, obviously, in this top 8 today. We've got the other side of that, winners, and down into losers, we've got Maska, Poyo, Bushin Ryu, and Cargo as well. Some interesting sort of setups in regards to that as well. So, obviously, a big one for me is Cargo actually beating Wandrel. To go to get in, the pot player themselves coming out and doing a fantastic job against Don going in. But we are going to be cutting into this first game straight away. Nifi versus Testarossa. Two fantastic players. Testarossa themselves, I think the last offline for this game was fair at UFA, but obviously Nifi coming out. A lot of championships from them under this game as well. First that Outplay this year, came second a couple times, obviously to the legend himself, Peter, but first and going to be #1 seed for this bracket, and it's going to be through the wall of Jacko minions to start that off.
Yeah, we know Peter stopping him. Nifi can potentially just run through this entire bracket, but Testarossa might just stop him with all these Jacko houses being placed down. We've got one placed down already, but honestly, just personality using out. From those intros alone, you had Soul biting the bullet, but Nifi making sure to close out this round here. Beautiful stuff. Testarossa low jumps over the hood. Oh my god. What a beautiful way to end that first round there, Kenno.
Yeah, the attempt with the Elysian Driver was, you know what? A splendid attempt, in all honesty. I definitely thought we were going to see maybe another Fafnir coming out for Nifi. I'm liking the attempt just to sort of just get rid of the houses straight away. We do have minions out, though, and we're not giving Testarossa that time. The fact that so many of Soul's moves will just catch houses, stuff like Viper, Bandit, Fafnir as well will still cover that area. Even though probably animation-wise it looks a little bit high, but that hitbox is absolutely massive on that move, as it should be. Antagonist energy being exuded.
Oh yeah, no, 100% Kenno. I mean, all these moves definitely just move you forward. Massive ass, like, hitboxes just coming your way. And, what are you meant to do to stop it as Jacko, man? You really just struggle to find that space needed to set up, and we're seeing it now in the corner. Gets him, catches him slacking as well, right back in there as well, and Testarossa just can't seem to get out. RC into a beautiful finish there for that first game. Nifi 1 game up.
Yeah, unfortunate from Testarossa there, getting punished for that 2D attempt. The DP obviously not going to be working out for the Jacko, and like you said, there's no real time to set up them houses. A lot of counter hits coming out in a lot of them spaces. It was a big use onto the burst as well, come to the end there, but unfortunately it didn't really come to any avail. I feel like that's going to be a lot for Testarossa, maybe getting them burst in early so that you can get the houses set up, but Soul can get in so quickly onto Jacko. It gives you no time. Burst being baited there. This is going to be so much damage into the corner. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep it going with the close slash, but still locked in. We're going to have to IB ourselves out. Never mind. Hit onto the overhead. A little bit far out, though, to do anything more with it, but a stray normal is going to be getting punished once more, and Nifi going towards match point.
Honestly, just brutal stuff there from the get-go. You know, Testarossa just pushed into the corner there. And I'm pretty sure you and I can both say that when Testarossa does get started, he is one of the most aggressive Jacko players that I've ever seen in my life. And even now, you got to respect the dedication. He's set up 3 houses there. The minion desperately trying to fight back, and this might just be what Testarossa needs to get started. Ooh, though.
I'm liking that. We're on the orchestra. We're trying to get the setups there. We did have the power up. We did have the reflect shield. Unfortunately, got the hit in. It's going to clear the minions. Big dust coming on through. We're going for the aerial version as well so we can get some damage in. It's insta buttons coming out from Testarossa though. There's unfortunately no minions to help out. That's another Elysium driver that's going to see itself with. But the minions are here to assist. Another Elysium driver. Should be able to get the assist going. There's no confirm after it though. You had the...
I'm sorry, full screen, dashes, grabs into the IK. What a way to start off Guilty Gear Xrd at the MIXUP Round 7 here, folks. Once again, I'm going to say again, Kendo, this game oozes out personality. And every player has their own way of playing the game, and it's absolutely brutal every single time.
That was hella rude. That was... The fact that like Testarossa still had like houses on the field, I definitely thought there was some more, because I thought he would have got the assist pickup after Elysium driver, maybe going to a reset. We just didn't get that chance. Sniffy didn't allow it. And the fact that it was just full run up, wild throw, and be like, hey, I got the minion.
Just the insanity of it. He just was walking forward.
My man sliding across the screen.
Yeah, 100. No, legit. Like, that's a real raging demon, bro. Kuma got nothing on
it actually felt like a raging demon. It was kind of crazy. But that is going to be Niffy moving on through winners finals. We are going to move to the second side of this, though. It's going to be Don Pietro versus King Rasta. It's going to be that Ram versus Faust. Should be a good one to go into. We have got our loser side results, though. Unfortunately, we're not going to be streaming the first set of them. But we do see Poyo beating Masker and Bush and Ryu taking out Cargo. So unfortunately, no more of them pop players in our bracket. Well, my man celebrating. What the?
Listen.
But Poyo moving on through, making sure that Kai, that white bread with a little bit of butter, maybe some salt, is moving on through still. We do see Testarossa actually going to be playing against Bush and Ryu, so it's going to be an interesting matchup over onto there. We were talking about Bush and Ryu actually earlier. Came 5th last year at UFA. Did a really good job. I think at the current moment they are playing City of the Wolves. It's not a qualifying spot here at MIXUP. It was at Hessen a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. It does run from my memory who actually got that spot over at top 8, but it was a very good top 8 anyway. The likes of Leffen and that obviously out of Hessen, so obviously run that. Did a fantastic job, but obviously I think it's an SNK spot still here though, so one to still to play for, and obviously that we're talking big money on that on them tours. But obviously we're coming back to Xrd. Bush and Ryu is going to be doing a good job. Has to get past that Testarossa. I think we might see that on stream later. We are a little bit behind. We'd have some delays, obviously some DQs, and I mean, you've seen that Faust. You're going to see our Faust.
No, we're going to see Faust.
It's not just our Faust, it's the Faust. Obviously, King Rasta themselves come second at Outplay. Actually got beat by Niffy, in all honesty. Was a good match to watch last time around. It was a little bit closer than I'd like it to be. But when you see this man play, it's crazy. It's good because in the comparison to the other games that he plays, Melty Blood, I was getting some info from Just Dave. Shout out Save. Fantastic job. Obviously doing on the mic as well. But plays Roa and Vlov in Melty Blood. And that's like, Roa I kind of get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, Vlov I kind of get. You know what I mean? You a lot of long normals. You're trying to keep out.
Yeah.
I guess Faust is doing the same. Roa.
Roa. Yeah, Roa is a lot more aggressive, so to speak. You know, you're doing a lot of nonsense. You're literally flying around like a Spider-Man with lightning, man. It's just, you're moving at Miles Morales as Roa in Melty. It's ridiculous, man. You're hitting your Venom strikes like there's no tomorrow, and it's just extremely brutal. So yeah, you wouldn't expect that from a fast player. No. But nonetheless, I mean, the general roster of characters we're seeing here, very, very chaotic in general. I mean, yeah, we have Kai, Poyo playing Kai, but at the same time, Faust, we're seeing Ramlethal. Especially in this game, Ramlethal's Oki game is absolutely nuts. Swords are just insane if you know what you're doing with them. And obviously, we just saw Jacko as well. One of the more aggressive Jackos, mind you, as well. Which we will hopefully get to see against the set, against Bushin Ryu. But right now, yep, King Rasta versus Don Pietro. We'll have to see what we've got in store here.
I mean, I want a hectic game from the pair of them. The Austrian, obviously known for their, known for their fantastic plays. It's Dimension as well. Realistically, the only people that have beaten them, I think in the last couple tournaments, has actually been both Peter and Niffy, so a fantastic player to obviously try and keep up with. Don obviously has to deal with a screen full of items already at the moment with oil onto the field, but we already have sword set up for trying to get our Oki in.
I love that.
Big on the base bait as well. Sorry to interrupt you there, but that was insane coming out from Rasta.
No, honestly, you were rightfully so as well. But honestly, I just love the sword placement already. The pressure game that we saw Don Pietro trying to start off, but it's not looking too good. King Rasta getting the stun as well, Kenno, bro. I'm going to let you speak, bro. I know you've got something to say.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I seen the blitz and I was like, I need to let Rekka finish his play. I don't want to be hella rude once more, but that was an insane blitz to get into the corner. The fact that they went to the stun as well. I should have expected the stun, in all honesty. But that was, that was an insane attempt. But on the back foot now, though, I think one of our swords is a little bit too far away. We're going to have to get that recall going in. Do fireworks, though. 5th of July, a bit of a day late, but Poison Tech onto the field once more, into that pogo stand. Not getting the best items getting out from Faust here, but it is pressure into the corner you have to deal with, though. Don doing a fantastic job. We're just trying to keep them locked down big on the swipe with the chocolate out into the field. So it's a little bit of a build-up.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Looking very scary. Throws on the bomb as well. Beautiful that angle there coming out from Don Pietro. And still, oh, the pressure. But still, back to neutral we go. Trying his darn hardest. I love that from Don Pietro, though. But King Rasta, beginning as a sort RC, it gets in there, and he's flying in there like a helicopter, man.
Yeah, the instant bear straight away. Did not want to be caught at the back end of that. I didn't think we had any real meter sort of deal with it, but going to the back throw, it's a tick of health left. RC to keep the combo going. Big burst inside of Rasta. Wants this game, and you know what? I respect it. Empty your pockets. What's in there? We got no super meter to go for the overdrive. It's going to get caught by the side swap as well. So the side swipe as well from the sword.
Yeah, no.
Really good placement from Don there. Just sort of lock down Rasta. Make sure we can't really get out of anywhere. Punish them if we get a heavy item out, though. Real nice on the spin, though, with the oil spill. Make sure we get no meteorites, because that's going to be a big explosion.
Yeah, definitely was a really risky situation, but Don Pietro managed to get those things down in the first place was absolutely necessary. But still, King Rasta, we're seeing a lot very similar stuff to that round one, man. You know, barely taking any damage, but his damage just keeps going up, man. He's doing absolute bits to Don Pietro, and that's just going to be it. Simple as bish, bash, bosh. Gotta bring the British energy here to Lyon, France.
I love fast. I
bash.
Bash.
Got a jacket potato.
my man's coming in with the chippy. Who wants pie and shit?
Steak and eel pie. Delicious.
Stuck into the corner now, though. Real nice on the over with Don. It's an instant bear straight away. I like that from Rasta, just to then get rid of the swords as well. But it's another real nice placement. Mini Faust is on the field. It's not going to do a whole lot. I feel like there's a show back and forth in this situation as well. Not much from it, though.
Yeah, Mini Faust does manage to get a little hit, but it does manage to disrupt Don Pietro's pressure there. And the overhead managing to start something big there. The burst successfully baited too. And still, despite all of this, still in the corner. Oh my god, just go full on blitz breath.
Snipe with the flower on the top of the head. That was a...
It's always the small things, because even the Mini Faust as well managed to start. I would say got everything started, in fact. You know, these small little hits just interrupting the Ramlethal pressure seems to be going a long way.
Nice spin once more. So many food items coming out from the side of Faust. Really spinning off the pogo stance, though. Unfortunately, Trap has disappeared, so we're not going to be able to get the fling up from it. But they get some really nice corner combo, though.
Pogos.
Nice.
Pogo.
With the keepy ups. Call it a rematch skill. But we got so much meter at the end of this as well. Not going to be able to get anything off the fish hook. We do have the doors on coming on in. That was huge to go for the YRC to cancel it. And to the back throw.
From above, man. Oh my god. Just dropping down, bro. Dunking. Oh my, beautiful, beautiful gameplay. Nonetheless, I mean,
it was sick awareness to come from obviously the door special straight into obviously the throw as well. The YRC, the read of it, it was fantastic in all honesty. Does mean obviously Rasta goes on through to them versus Niffy, another demon in the bracket for them. Hopefully we can see them maybe push on, but I think we're going to be moving down to loser side now as we are doing our top 6 today. I believe we're going to be starting with Poyo. Damn, we're getting are we getting Poyo to the side? No, we ain't. We are getting, I think we're getting Testarossa.
But it should be Testarossa, Bush. Yep, Bush and Ryu up first. But yeah, no, just crazy gameplay. Nonetheless, once again, it's so fresh. See, especially Faust as well. Honestly, it's very nice to see stances as well here in Xrd. But he was so brutal, so absolutely brutal in that round there. King Rasta just absolutely showing his dominance. And he did mention that Niffy is a bit of a bracket demon for King Rasta, stopping him in a lot of his tracks in previous tournaments.
I say bracket demon, but obviously we will probably bring up Peter a lot. Peter and obviously Niffy a lot because it feels like a little bit of not a rivalry, but a match that you'll tend to see a lot, obviously, in them brackets, especially when both of them enter. It's definitely sort of like a winners finals, grand final sort of style match that you'll always see. But they're always sort of the same players that will just sort of knock you out. I mentioned this because obviously Peter at Hessen as well was absolutely insane. Dominated the bracket over there as well and just did a really good job. It's poignant to stress because Peter, in regards to every tournament that they've entered so far this year, has won it. Buttons Etch, MIXUP last year, UFA last year, Outplay this year. I don't think they attended Brussels, because obviously that went to Niffy. But when they enter, they win. And they're so hard to deal with because it's not just the Raven that you're dealing with. If you really want to bust it out, like we see in Hessen, it'll be the Axel as well, though. But we are going to be moving on to this game now as we start up our losers side descent, as we try and get some of our players pushing on through there as well. Don Pietro versus Poyo, as I thought, as we're going straight back into it.
Kai, yeah, this is just interesting because Kai in this game, I mean, once again, he's white bread, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper.
A little bit of salt with
but
pepper.
Genuinely speaking, his power level in this game is absolutely insane to the point where I don't think it's ever been this strong in Strive. I mean, already that JS, one of the strongest moves in his arsenal, just so good at controlling the space. And even still, the pressure game he can do with his grinders, something that we don't have in the Strive, is just ridiculous.
I think it is obviously very different to Strive in of itself. I feel like he's toned down in Strive, but I think if you probably, you ask the right player, maybe Tyruru or something like that, very good on that character over onto the Strive. But Poyo, been playing this character for time. I feel like the mastermind of this character as well.
Oh my God.
Showing how much love I've done to Poyo, but look at that carry coming out from the round. As Donna's got them locked into the corner now. Vapor Thrust is the only thing that's going to get you out, and it certainly is, straight with the overhead as well. I feel like Kai in this game, there's so much more into their arsenal with what they can do in regards to obviously just dealing with a lot more of the pressure. It's not, it always feels like, I always say this with Kai, it always feels like the perfect middle ground to start, but it's going to be the danger time to start up.
Listen.
Not going to get much off of the side on him, but will get the advantage onto that, and that's a lot of health on the side of Don in that danger time. So also got that stun dip hit in, really nice on the base speed. Not going to get much from it though. It's definitely a dangerous situation to say the least on the tipper of that.
Every time danger time hits, you know I'm hitting that double DP like there's no tomorrow, man. I don't care if I don't get a combo after that. I'm hitting that double DP. I'm shameless. And you know what? Once again, abusing the RC in particular, I feel like one of the biggest things aside from Kai's kit that Kai really loves to do is abuse the system mechanics of this game, and does it to a high level. It's insane. It just fits so well with how he wants to play the game. But hold on, Don Pietro, I feel like he's making a comeback here. Ridiculous stuff. Oh no! Manages to get open up last second, but losing the first game by half to give him his flowers here. Especially in round one, managed to get a near full screen corner carry. Ridiculous stuff. He was doing damage, and I feel like he's on the cusp here to potentially getting a huge lead. Just needs a bit more time to get adjusted to how Poyo is playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I feel like there's always going to be a back and forth because once again, this is two players who mastered the characters, I think so well as well, and can carry obviously corner combos so far. Nice opening up though onto the Poyo. It is going to be a setup with the swords. Unfortunately, our own block swords actually going to be taken on out. I like that burst onto the blitz. Doesn't want to be messing about with so much stuff and being thrown out there.
Yeah.
It's just too much to deal with in that regard. Good choice from Don there, just to get the burst out straight away, setting the sigils up, training that long game, waiting for that sniping. We do get that moment, but it's a purple RC just to cancel that stun dipper.
Yeah, no, just beautiful stuff in general. And I think if you'll notice now that I feel like Poyo is finally using the grinders as well. A very difficult thing to set up here, especially against Ramnethal. You get too cozy from long range, and Ramnethal is able to set up swords, and I feel like it's a lot more devastating to Kai if he doesn't set up his grinders, you know, in this situation. Much better for Poyo, as we can see, to approach it, especially with these RC stun edges as well, to really get things going. And as you can see, nearly about to lose this second round here.
Ooh, I mean, just got to find that moment. Big onto the air throw. Oh, that's a huge onto the base. We actually get the low. Just to get the sigil out. It's a big block burst as well. No saving these to the next round. Yeah, just get the teleported sword in.
That JK didn't manage to hit off the grinder stun edge there. Very, very unfortunate. But yeah, that first round of game 2 will be going with Don Petro here. Still, stun dipper. We'll go for the 6H into the stun edge.
Catch into the corner, no nice IBs. No proper punish onto the stun dipper, unfortunately, for Don. No proper sword placement as well, though. Actually, really good to get that side switch over into the corner. Not going to get much with it, though, unfortunately, with the RC cancel. So on the pick up as well. I feel like it's a back and forth situation for a lot of these characters. We find in their moments, as Don currently has it just carried over into the corner. Really nice sword recall. And look at this pressure right now. It's an attempt to blitz to get out. It's really good, actually, on the side of Poyo. It's not going to do much for them, though.
2D.
As they do find not much of the stun dipper.
Gets grabbed there, just going to full send the Ride the Lightning. Managed to get a bit of it off, and it might just start the insane pressure that we can see from Poyo here. But crazy stuff nonetheless. Managed to get back to mid-screen. 2D again. Oh, gets grabbed though in response.
Back
in
throw,
the corner.
Sword set up. Nice catch onto the sweeps. Blade set up with the dust sigil. Nice poke onto the Varez. It's a scramble situation into
so
the corner.
scrambly.
Is it going to be 1-1 on rounds or games? It's going to be on rounds with the stun dipper catching on our toes.
So messy, Keno. So absolutely messy. I mean, we saw Poyo manage to get so many of these 2Ds off, but still, Don Petro was able to fight out of it every single goddamn time. It was really down to the wire there.
Nice into the blocks. Really nice sword set up as well. Something that Don's been really good at. Blitz to get that rejected out of there, bouncing right on back. And I'm liking that from Poyo. The awareness just to get the reject out, just to get to the blitz out, make sure we don't get any proper installation. Because when you're stuck in this situation, it becomes so hard to block. That's double on the low. Don just trying to catch ourselves on our toes. Once we get a full combo, it's going to get a punish on the Vapor Thrust as well. Silver combos though.
You're getting real aggressive here, Don Petro. Oh my god, just going to go for the spinny super. Just going to go spin that sword around, try to get as much chip as possible here. And it's working out very well. Gets the Ether as well on that approach. Poyo just can't seem to get in. But there we go. The Stun Edge RC is going to be able to start something here. Beautiful grinder game 2 here. Oh my god, max rank even.
Able to get into the, I'll get off me into the corner. It's a really nice pickup. It's not going to be much more though. 4K, the sword sniper in the back. It's going to give a chance for Don to get out of the corner and snipe Poyo with the sword placement. 1-1 in games. That was sick. I don't want to underestimate as well. The TK throw, the TK air throw
so nice.
From Don as well.
So
I had to look down at my phone for an instant replay. I was like, hang on, let me make sure my man weren't falling. Yeah, that actually was like a TK air throw, wasn't it? That was crazy.
Honestly, Ken, it was one of them throws that really humble you. When you get hit by them, man, you really got to evaluate your aggression here. But it's like I was saying here, after game 1, every game around that pass, Don Petro got closer and closer to sort of finding that, comfortable zone where he was able to really pressure Poyo. And for that, Poyo was definitely getting a little bit uncomfortable, especially the start of game 2. We saw a lot of scramble situations where, Don Petro was able to get out of here, but still, he's managing to deal damage back, and a lot of damage, mind you. Kai just does so much damage. The air throw as well, and manages to get the corner! Don Petro just stealing it last second, setting up the swords, beautiful, up top and right in front of you, man. How are you going to get out of this, Poyo, man? I do not know. Just sends the Ride the Lightning. Might be the best option here too. Has the guard on ready, but hold on.
Stun dip. Red Aussie to make ourselves safe. That hits onto the dust. Carry into the corner. What a round. First round of that last game was absolutely insane. There was so much on the table for both of these players. Blitz to get into the get out of the corner on the side of Dom. Could have been picked up into it, but it was Ride the Lightning to get out. Just so much of a back and forth between these two. It's insane.
Very insane decisions, and they're working out so well, and this is what you get from this high-level Xrd gameplay. It's just absolutely ridiculous, and honestly, I've got to note the insane damage output. I really don't really underestimate how much damage Kai does in general, because you see like Don Petro do all of this damage. Kai requires like a couple of hits at most to match things at this point. But in the corner, is he going to get to that point, or is Don Petro just going to steal this round?
More setups into the corner, goes low once more. And I feel like it's the option every time for Don in that situation. Go low. Poyo's not protecting them feet. We need to be catching out because that's a full combo if you get that onto that low as well. Full combo onto the high as well. But I think it's just been working out so much. Maybe we're finding the weakness in the side of the Kai's defense and we're just playing that zoning game. We're just trying to play ourselves safe, get a little bit of tick damage, find that moment, maybe just annoy Don to where maybe overextend a bit.
Doesn't seem to be working out too well here. Managing to get Poyo into the corner here. Oh, Don Pietro managing to keep him at bay. Poyo desperately trying to get out there with that stun dipper. But nonetheless, the swords are ready. Burst is being used now. What?
I don't know.
Oh my god, charge stun edge RC as well. And now it's a reverse situation here. Like I said, look at the damage just being equalized immediately there, Keno. Crazy stuff indeed.
Nice pick up. Off of the rejector, we'll keep that into the corner with the double fake with Frost. Not much more after it though, unfortunately. That's a big back throw because that's going to be another setup with the sword. A moment for Don, catch onto the low. It's stray hit, it's minuscule, but it's going to be enough to get that over Poyo as Don moves on through to lose his side. Poyo doing better than they did last year, but going to be out at 5th here at MIXUP 2020. That was insane. But the thing is, it was so much pressure to push into the corner against that guy, against Poyo, to obviously just be like, hey, it's going to be tick, tick, tick away. I need you to respond. And they were ready with the response, and Poyo didn't want to. He was trying to stick onto the defense and got caught out every single time. So unfortunate, but fantastic from Don.
Honestly, and honestly, a very good point you did bring up there. Every single time, I feel like we did see Poyo go for very desperate options, let's say, to try and get out of corner, but also to try and pressure there, which was really ended up him getting reversaled a lot of the time. We saw, for example, the TK air throw as well in that game too. And at the end there, he ended up getting thrown back into the corner, even though it was kind of his turn. His turn to pressure. He just, the awareness there was just absolutely insane from Don Petro. And, big shouts to him for moving on. But yeah, it was very down to the wire. And Poyo should be proud of himself for his amazing performance.
It was an amazing set between them, and it was an amazing set to watch as well. There was so much in terms of like technicality that was getting thrown out from both players as well. I loved the blitz to then get the dash on under. Kai was just sort of high enough to then get that onto the side of Ram, start that pressure up. It was absolutely fantastic. But there was so much obviously thrown towards Poyo, and there's so much that you can throw up as Ram as well. It's something I kind of miss obviously with newer Ram. We won't talk about obviously it too much, but it is something I do miss because I do like setup placement. I do like when you can set them swords up and you can go for obviously more of a mix-up. I do think it is just a much better version of the character in itself, and I love how obviously Don plays it. But moving on, we're going to move on to the other side of losers though. It is going to be that match that we mentioned before, Testarossa versus Bushin Ryu. Last time around, Bushin's doing, actually with it, Bushin's on a really good roll at the current moment in terms of bracket. I don't think, it'd be bad of me to say I don't think he was meant to make top 8, but he was seeded just outside of it. Did beat Cargo in the losers just beforehand, pushing them into a 7th placement. But Bushin doing a really good job. Was knocked down early, had to beat Justice and Escagas just to obviously get here though. Was beaten by Masker, who's actually was on the other side of the bracket. Got knocked out by Poyo as well. So they got 7th onto that other side. No double jeopardy there that you run into, fortunately enough. We don't like to see that. But we're going to be straight into it though. The Jacko coming out from Testarossa, going to be throwing houses onto the field, trying to get that monopoly. And And I always say this when we do an XR bracket, because it always feels funny that we never really see a Johnny. I will correct myself, and I say Hessen we had like 4, and I think it was the first time I'd seen like 4 or 5 Johnnies in like a top 8. Because obviously Johnny in this game is Johnny.
I think, and honestly, I think it's a good point you brought up there, Ken, but honestly, I think this is like the beauty of games in the Twilight era, where it's just like you have so many other characters than the character, because Johnny is meant to be that undisputed top 1. Him and Elthop, for example, is meant to be so far and above everyone else, but despite that, look at this Jacko. Look at Testarossa right now.
The thing is, though, you need to do this against Bushin. You need to do this against Johnny when you're Jacko, because it's like, what, 3 misfinders and your entire housing estate is gone. Your company's in ruins. Is it going to get picked up by a minion? It certainly will. Oh, it's just going to be too much, though. A perfect catch over to the misfinder. I like the attempt from Bushin, but Testarossa was ready with the dash in.
Oh my god, getting that big paycheck, landing on Mayfair with a full hotel, 7 golden letters on Testarossa's name, man. Honestly, man, social housing is what we need here in the United Kingdom. But, you know, Testarossa definitely supporting us here, man, even though he's from France.
We're getting political, that's crazy.
There's a housing crisis for sure, man.
I mean, there certainly is. Look at this, into the corner. This man's in ends. Testarossa is pushing on in. Really nice just to get the hit in there, though. Clear up the minions. It's so much onto the side, but that's a massive dust. I think this should be it with the bear super setup. It should be another minion to pick up as well. Yes, it will be the double perfect. Bushin Ryu has been pushed to the limit as Testarossa with Mans in ends going to be taking it there in the first game.
Mans in it, bro. That was pure gentrification if I've ever seen it. Ya Allah, man. That is just crazy from Testarossa. But you can never make me enjoy, like, honestly, the way Testarossa plays Jacko, wow. Just absolutely cinema, to be honest.
Ooh,
full house.
Onto the DP. It was a bit of a tricky situation with Bush in there, but we had minions on our right, Jacko on our left, another pickup into the corner as well, and you are covered in minions. No time for Misfinder. It's a big 6 feet to try and get out of that corner, but an Elysium driver is ready. Unfortunately, no minions to pick up, but we're level 2 on the houses. We're nearly in our hotels, but it's just, the thing is, there's nothing that you can do in them situations as Bushin. It's another Elysian driver to get that round. Testarossa isn't giving you the opportunity to try and get Misfinder out. He's not giving you the opportunity to throw them coins away. No change here. No coins, only cards.
It's insane because obviously I feel like a lot of, even if you're used to the Jacko matchup, the Testarossa matchup just seems to be a completely different ballpark. Completely different, and I feel like Bushin Ryu is definitely going to have to try and adapt quickly at that because he doesn't have much time now. I mean, it's already match point.
Yeah, just get the combo in there, though. Tried to get the air reset as well. Was caught by the grab, unfortunately. Just going to PRC to make ourselves safe from the floor, unfortunately. Straight into the minion. And this is where Johnny likes to thrive. You force that burst out of the side of Testarossa. Not going to be slam dunking with that burst super anymore. But he's still on the back end of this, though. Straight into the minion. It's going to be another pickup. I'm going to get a reset after this. No, spitting away. Make sure we got that corner pressure. Power their minions up as well. We're playing a little tune for our troops. Giving them the morale boost. Giving them all the power that they need. A big base plate into the corner. Not much done with it, though.
Just going to throw it down. The beams. This is just rude at this point. Let the guy breathe a little bit, man.
Ooh, we found our way out, though. 6K.
Wait.
It's going to be picked up to the corner. We've got meter.
Managed to get
but we're not going to get any from it.
Still managed to open up the last second, but forces the burst out from Testarossa. It could be go anywhere. And Bushin Ryu with a quick swipe, that kick, quick flick of the wrist. Even Keno manages to take that round barely off Testarossa.
I'm loving the fact that from Testarossa's side that it's just houses immediately. It's like, yeah, I ain't playing around. Absolutely fantastic. Straight into the power up as well on both the reflect and the minions as well. I'm pretty sure the reflect stops Misfinder. Someone in chat correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it stops the tipper on Misfinder. So it's set up for an unholy situation like this. I felt like Testarossa could have got that last game as well against Bushin, but should be able to get it here.
I can't lie, man.
No messing about. Elysium driver.
Listen, man. Bushin Ryu was playing gear. Testarossa was playing Civ goddamn 6, man.
That was insane.
3 perfects. Ya Allah, bro. I gotta respect it, but look at it. It's a good time nonetheless, man. They're both having a good laugh.
It was the instant round start of house orchestra.
Just get everything ready from the get-go, man. I said Civ 6 is more like Clash of Clans at this point.
It
like,
actually is Clash of Clans.
Leveling up the town hall, like immediately offset, man. For my days.
Man's in the Google Play Store trying to get his character.
Oh, trust me, man. I didn't realize they had microtransactions in fighting games already, man. Like genuinely, I thought we'd have to wait for double KO, 2x KO for that, man. But nonetheless, beautiful gameplay. Genuinely, listen. I'm not trying to dog on Strife. I'm not trying to dog on Strife. But you cannot make me enjoy Jacko in Strive as much as I enjoy Jacko in Xrd.
It's definitely
such a fun time.
There's definitely more on your plate with Jacko in this game. I mean, Spicy's my favorite character in this game, along with obviously Leo as well. Jacko's just one of them where it's like if it does get going and you do have a screen full of minions and you do have that pressure into the corner. I think I've seen it earlier. It went Poyo that Testarossa was playing. I'd have to look at the bracket. But it was another situation where it was locked in the corner, but I swear there was probably like 8 minions locked into the corner. Like two of each and then like an extra couple. Obviously high, low and the mid ones, and it was just locked into the corner, got the burst bait straight away, and it was into a full combo, and I'm like, that's devilish. That's devilish, Seymour. Like, what are you doing about that?
Delightfully devilish indeed.
Delightfully
devilish indeed. But the thing is, I feel like it really puts things into perspective here, Kenna, because it really makes you evaluate like how insane Nifty must be, and also how polarizing that soul matchup has to be. Once again, you mentioned it before, a lot of his specials just absolutely cover all these houses, moves him forward as well, really gets into Jacko's face. It's a complete, that and the game against Nifty, completely different games.
It's like I said, you've got that Viper on the floor, it does so much to get rid of them houses, it puts you in straight away as well. Saul's a fast character. I don't think it really gets talked about. I think it probably does get talked about a lot, actually. Let me correct myself there. But Saul's a fast character as well. Running at you, it's an instant, because obviously Wild Throw's a DP input as well. You can get it instantly when you are sort of running up. I think you can buffer it quite early. I don't know. Someone correct me if I am wrong. But it's such a sort of haymaker of a character as well. Fafnir as well, it travels so far across to obviously sort of stunt that there against some of the houses of Testarossa from that last set, and it's so good in terms of just controlling that space. And it's going to be the same against Faustia with King Rasta. It's going to be so much of King Rasta going to be trying stopping Nifty trying to get in. The Fafnir is going to be there just to sort of like stunt anything trying to come out. It's going to be on Testarossa to sort of create that space, get the fishing hook out, go for that 6HS. Maybe even just try and empty the pockets, get the super going, get the overdrive going.
I definitely, the thing is, you mentioned the speed, and I feel like it is understated, because I feel like people talk about the aggression of Soul more than the speed itself, but obviously those things definitely do go hand in hand. It's that speed that allows them to be so aggressive. It's that speed that allows them to get in, up in your face, manage it, and then throw wild throw, go for a lot of these options, really hit you with that dirty Soul bad guy mix. But still, Faust versus Soul here, it's going to be a crazy one here. And so Faust definitely at the start definitely wants to keep that distance as well. Go for these very long pokes, and throw out these nonsensical projectiles.
Nonsensical projectiles.
It's the best way to do it. I know! Blocking the DP there. Bro, disgusting stuff here from Rasta. They're still just getting knocked all the way there. The RC to stop that pressure right there and hold that guard up.
I love how much tumble we had after Fafnir. It was like nearly full screen for the side of Nifty. Could have been so much into the corner though. Does be able to pick up with the overhead carry into the corner. Once again, just not letting Faust have anything with the DP.
Off the
picking it up with the Fafnir into the best array.
That's insane. That's insane, man. Just sends the DP. Obviously, send it is a bit disingenuous. That was a calculated DP for sure. Hits that DP and gets a full combo out of it. Ridiculous stuff.
The thing is that I've commented Nifty enough with you're saying calculated DP, my brain's like, is that correct?
I feel
I'm not questioning you. I'm questioning him.
It has to be. Surely.
I've watched this man do tap RC, and then do, all right, now I'm going to do install. And I'm like, you are insane. Like, you need to stop.
To be fair, now that you mentioned it, he did just like...
Blitz on blitz. Sorry to interrupt you there, Regan, but that was insane reaction from one up from Rasta. Doesn't want to be dealing with that.
He did throw out that Viper early on in the set there, and he was running. Viper cancelled it with RC and just held guards. I definitely think he might double guess himself every now and then.
Did the Rob TV.
I mean, I can't lie to you, Kenno. This writing is quite fire right now. Because, oh my god, bro. King Rasta just absolutely taking that second round right there, man. During all of that, man. Chaos, man. The world is definitely revolving.
Definitely is. Giving that man a donut though, a quick pitch to read to make sure he's all fired up. Big DP gonna get punished though. It's an instant base from Niffy. Nice read on that situation. We're just gonna be jumping away from that bomb as well though, but we're losing our head on the side of Rasta. Throwing out our jump dust though. Big faff need to get into the corner though. I'm liking that we waited for the tech. Maybe there was a base at the end of it, trying to just bait it out on the side of Niffy. Not gonna get much from it though. I like that. Just play that. Play that a little bit safer to that side though. Bandit not going anywhere, unfortunately.
Honestly, I think it's just such a shame that we've seen. Oh my god, managing to get out of there just in time, managing to get that guard up there even after the failed burst. But still, I think it just shows how precise Faust is to an extent that you have to really space out your pokes if you want to get pickups off them. But still, look at this damage. The damage.
Damage.
That's what they say in France.
In Lyon.
Lyon.
Oh, no, the bomb is out. That's a massive grab on the side of Rasta to get that game over. And Niffy, obviously, this is winners final, so face to free.
Man, that was some jank, bro.
It was a runaway situation. You got a bomb on the other side of the screen. You want to make sure you're not getting sniped by that. You want to be caught into the blocks under that as well, because then Faust is throwing so much at you in terms of just long normals and items as well. I want to say calculated bait in.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, no, 100%, man. The stats was insane. Oh my god, look. The black hole just on the screen there as well. But he's getting slowly pressured into the corner. King Rasta getting grabbed here too. And now the aggression is truly starting here from Niffy. Look at the damage. That's half his HP gone now. Just absolutely khalas here. Can he get the pickup too? Yeah, see-through!
There's still a burst on the side of Rasta. I think we're going to be saving that for next round though. But we did get a pickup there with the items in the back. Dashing away, Mini Faust is on the field, trying to go for the fishing hook. Black hole once more to drag it back on in to get the combo from it as well. That was sick from Rasta. Unfortunately, wild throw there to end it all with the air combo. Niffy ready for it. Both players on the side have their burst still. That could have gone anywhere at the end. I thought it was definitely around for Niffy, especially in that corner situation, but that was, dodgy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think King Rasta did get a little bit too excited off the black hole there. Wasn't really, just completely forgot about that threat of that grab there from Niffy, but still, Rasta is getting quite the brutal beat down here, man. Niffy just absolutely got him on lock here. Look at this, just constantly looping back and forth, going for the overhead here. Dead angle, try and get out there.
Onto the sweep, just floating out of the corner. Trap is ready for the well as the wake up. I don't think we're going to get much of it though. Silly situations for oh my days, clashing the legs as well.
I love it how Niffy's making use of the trap just to dive down, just a meteor in fact, man. Oh my god, beautiful stuff there. The oil being spread on the floor though. Very dangerous. Still though. Oh! Bomb!
Ooh, that.
Shame.
Oh! That would have been sick if we actually got the pickup from the Vandit.
Yeah, no,
because we had to wait on the floor just to dodge because we were aerial. It would have been a pickup onto the side as well because it would have knocked guard on the side of Rasta. Does get it though at the end. There was so much in that one situation that I felt like everyone afterwards was trying to build off of that. Fantastic from these two right now, 1-1. Yeah, I see you in chat, Peter. How you doing?
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff indeed, man. 1-1, but here we go. Niffy already starting off with that aggression. Still overhead there. Doesn't manage to completely open him up. Still standing strong.
Yeah, big bear straight away. Fantastic. Going to be able to build ourselves the stack of donuts as well. A really good item placement for that moment. Unfortunately, the carbs are going to be deleted away by Niffy as we get a big wild throw. We're going to be enough to get super at the end of that as well, though. Not going to be able to continue the combo, unfortunately. We do get the RC off the DP. Keep that going, get that kill. We do, perfect.
Wow, absolutely crazy stuff there. Coming out from Niffy, a big 7 golden letters right there for him to take home. Still match point though from Niffy. Is he going to continue on that domination? As King Rasta going to manage to steal a game away from him? We'll have to see. Mini Faust is also deployed here as well as that oil. Oh, he's gone away, no man.
Gonna be cleaned up. Big onto the DP. Not gonna side switch though, gonna keep it into that air-to-air combo. It's gonna make it a bare situation for Rasta though. Gonna be able to dodge the items, Niffy, as we do have our own burst of ourselves. We might use the super to get enough bar, but we're on the back end of what is the plastic surgeon now. Ooh, I like the attempt to go for the side to side, the left right. But I guess the right left in that situation.
Yeah.
Not going to be there for Rasta though. A little bit too low on the crouch. I do find it mad how low profile that is. Big base to get out of that. Once the game.
Yeah, that RC though getting brutally interrupted though. And from that, from up top, man, just managed to land down onto him. Big ass syringe just getting pumped right there and then. Beautiful stuff. And already Rasta starting off very aggressive. Doesn't manage to continue on that combo though. Very unfortunate stuff.
The fact that we had the bomb there as well to force Niffy to block. You can see that he was trying to get the combo pushed over to the other side of the screen so that we were just outside that. Keep that going. Pick up with the trap as well. Helium's onto the ground. Press it into the corner. RC going to be able to pick up. It's a black hole. That's just in time. Going to be able to pick up the black hole combo.
Wait.
Huge on the side of Faust there as there's more carbs onto the field. I don't think we're going to be needing them personally though, but Niffy's going to be needing it. Look at all that life left back. Bait on the base with the blitz, and it's huge.
Insane stuff there from King Rasta. Honestly, at the start of this game, I genuinely thought Niffy was going to take it, but Rasta just suddenly taking it out from pulling the rug from right under his feet.
We're making so many difficult situations, and to be fair, the RNG on the items is coming through as well. Like I said, the bomb in that first round. Obviously just knocked Niffy into that block stun, makes it sort of an awkward sort of jump-in situation where you only need sort of one touchy. And then the fact that we got the black hole as well after the throw into the corner, I mean, we were able to combo off of that and get some real nice damage and make it an awkward situation once again. And I feel like that's what Rasta wants here. Really just wants the sort of the RNG with the items, but make every situation that you're in awkward for Niffy. Make it so that they just call Fafnir in, Viper in. There we go, stopping it once more.
And that's the thing there. It's the fact that I feel like Rasta's really abusing the fact that, you know, Niffy's very happy to press Viper, very happy to press these buttons to get him in, and I feel like Rasta's really abusing Faust's strengths.
Yeah, and they're doing a fantastic job, and I feel like it's annoying Niffy into that same fate as well, though. There's not much resources on each side, though, so it's going to be a massive bit of done.
Again! Continue it on! Again! Still, this can be enough to kill. There we go. Awesome. Bang!
Yeah, good pick up. I thought it was at the end of the super. I was like, no, we can get the pick up.
I think we can see a game 5 hit.
I think it was sick that we got the wild throw into the blitz as well. So a really nice read out of that situation. The fact that it dragged Rasta out of the corner just a little bit as well, just because obviously the charge, some sort of charge forward type move. Mini Faust
clutch up.
defeat though. My man dabbed the wall. You had no worries if I got you.
Dropping out the battle bus, you just see him with parachuting down. And there we go, the beautiful stuff there. I mean, like you said, I think the RNG is definitely on Rasta's side here. But I can't lie, man. Niffy says no to fate, no to all that RNG. He's talking straight damage.
No fromage though, unfortunately.
No cheese allowed, man.
No cheese allowed. Oh! Unfortunately, not much with the Faust going on down, but...
Oh, beautiful pickup!
Yeah.
Oh, manages to extend with that dive as well. Beautiful stuff there coming down from Niffy, man.
Like you said, Rekka, game 5 coming on out between these two. It's tight, and to be fair, when these last played as well, at MIXUP last year, it was also very, very tight. At Outplay as well, it was also a tight competition between these two. Fantastic, obviously just a gate.
Wow.
Woo!
Yeah, already started that mini Faust deploying again, bro. Ready to get his work done here. I lied. He's slacking. Just walk past him.
We slacking. Don't mind these.
Yeah, them ones there, you don't know where your office is, man. First day of work.
You got a paperweight on the spacebar on notes.
Yeah, I can't lie. Mini Faust getting fired after that
one.
Oh,
my days.
Get him gone, bro.
No longer working remote.
These new starters don't know anything, man. Work-life balance, what's that, man?
Oh, it is. A bit early, on the fishing with the turf. Big faff here to get out, and the fact that it's going to work is in Niffy's favour. Not going to get the combo pick up, unfortunately, but it's still enough of that momentum to sort of try and take this game away from Rasta as we set more poison onto the field. Big catch on what was looking like a sweet anti-air.
Yeah,
only a guilty gear.
This entire game, it really just felt like Niffy has just kept Rast in the corner the entire time. Burst being used now really doesn't have many resources to go off of now. Look at all that meter on Nifty's side of things. Still has that burst as well, mind you. He's got a lot of ways to play around all of this, man. And he's just abusing every single goddamn one. RC throw.
Not going to be able to take away with the gun flame. Big back throw and
Black
a black hole, but it's
He
not
just said
gonna
it! Okay,
be
you were
a
right, you were right, you were right about the Vipers. What am I talking about? He saw Black Hole and just Vipered immediately.
That was sick.
You're completely right.
I kind of like it. You know what? I dig it. The immediate black hole, man. Nibby sat there like, this is enough of these.
Listen, we're not doing
This-
GCSEs anymore, Keno. We don't want to see the working out. We just want to see the answers.
Want to see the working out.
We just want to see the answers, and he's got the answers. He's got the results. Very clearly. The Vipers are hitting. Who are we to complain?
That was insane. Actually insane.
Oh, bro. Listen, I said it before. I said it at the start of the block, but I was so excited to cast this game, and I have not been disappointed at all. I genuinely love this game. This is like genuinely like one of my favorite fighting games to watch and play. Just absolute cinema all day long, man.
I mean, once again, obviously, I feel like I've been commentating these off for about 3 years now, and it's always a fantastic game. Every single time when I see them come out into the top 8, even when obviously when we do the pools as well over at UFA, it's always real fun to obviously see how much they sort of not just lab obviously with their own characters, but you can see obviously what they do with what's sort of trying to play against each other. What have they got for obviously the next person as well? We mentioned it before, we mentioned the game. We feel like I feel like everyone's trying to just sort of lab until they get onto these events just to try and beat out Peter, because main man at the moment, main man.
Oh, definitely. You know, the big man himself, man. So yeah, unfortunately he couldn't come through today, but still we are seeing such amazing performances nonetheless from everyone else in BRAC, and I simply can't wait to see what we have next.
I mean, we're going to be pushing down onto the losers. I believe losers semi-final. It's going to be that it's going to be big man like Don versus Testarossa. So going to be them moving on through, fighting for the 4th place or losers finals. It's going to be that the Jacko versus the Ram. It's going to be an interesting situation because there's so much that Ram can do to really sort of snipe out a lot of the Jacko play. And I feel like I'm repeating myself when I'm talking about the Johnny play, obviously with Bush and Ryu. When I was stressing, there's so much that Johnny can do. So obviously take out houses, misfind the low, can obviously swipe a low of houses. Same with sword placements with Ram. Yeah. Sword placements, you can take out a whole fleet of houses so quickly. But I feel like the main question in that is Testarossa going to allow you to do that?
That's exactly what I was going to move on to. Honestly, a beautiful point there. And that's the real meat and potatoes of it all, right? It's when either player going to be able to set up, you know, and I feel like that's going to be the ultimate decider of who wins that set, who is like going to be the one to set up first, if they are allowed to set up in the first place, because that's a risk, a trade that you need to make. And once again, you mentioned before, you know, like Don himself, he has a lot of ways to destroy these houses, so is he even bother, you know, wasting that time trying to set up swords? We'll have to see. You know, there's a lot of questions on this man, and it's a very, very detailed and intricate matchup, so to speak. So we'll have to see. Don Pietro versus Testarossa, losers semi-finals of the MIXUP Round 7. Let's game.
Towers straight away into that reflect shield, and you know what?
Yeah,
I love it from Testarossa. It's an instant setup, and it's an instant burst as well. And respect on the side of Don, just to try and get rid of them minions, get rid of them setups that we already have, and apply that pressure. Their own burst back from Testarossa, so we can go back into them minion placements. Slam dunk to make sure that we're into that pressure once again. Mix that up with the 60 throw, and it's real clean to catch with the 2D. Huge as well, because look at this corner now. Look at this massive situation. We're trying to blitz out of it, Dom. Unfortunately, we're catching by minions once more. We do find our way out, but I feel like Testarossa is ready at every avenue. Yeah, he owns this whole street.
Yeah, no, 100%. That low catching the IAD in as well there. And you know, Testarossa just absolutely dominating in the corner right now. What can he do at this point? That's just a moment of silence for Manman. Oh, no, he's got it out! There we go, Orchestra as well.
We ran out of minions to spawn obviously into the corner. We do get a quick pick up though over onto that side. It was a moment for Don that we probably could have got something out of it. Unfortunately, we had some houses down the street. Definitely. Occupied and ready to go. The men were ready, battling out. Advance wars.
Managed to get all the reds in the street, all the reds and the yellows. You know, just crazy stuff. The entire quarter of the stage just taken over, and it's happening again. You know, controlling the entire space here, throwing that house onto Ram there as well, forcing Don to reposition. And I feel like this is what we're seeing here. We're seeing that Testarossa is not just like place down these houses just to keep his zone, but he's really using it aggressively, as we've seen before, throwing down these houses at Don himself to force him to reposition, force him to rethink, and that's when Testarossa really gets things going.
Trade on that situation? I'm hearing watch from the crowd. Unfortunately, I don't know either. It was a trade on the swords, but I think it was just maybe the super because it came after. I don't know, but it's looking to favor Don in that situation. It's going to be a pickup with the swords themselves.
Yeah. Just insane stuff nonetheless.
Situation.
It's very tricky. I mean, that's what we were saying about the matchup itself, right? There's so many things to consider, so many factors to evaluate over the course of the entire set. It really gets difficult. But here we go. Testarossa already getting started, but the house is already destroyed. Big difference from that first round.
He's one on the sword placement, going to catch onto the low.
High
Yeah,
as
that
well now.
overhead.
Yeah.
Maybe a chance to blitz. It's going to be a big overhead onto the side.
It's going to be very hard to get out here.
Yeah, I don't think we're actually going to get out at all. I think we're maybe able to kill if we
Yeah.
get our next hit. He
exactly.
certainly will. Fantastic for Don against Testarossa there. As we take our first game.
Yeah, gets him low there and just absolutely opens him up there. Beautiful sword placements. Don Pedro just absolutely learning so well from that first round and really didn't take any liberties going into rounds 2 and 3 of that first game there. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. But genuinely, I still feel like it can go either way. I feel like Testarossa is going to start seeing play a little bit aggressive off the outset there, you know, to really make sure to show where his space is, you know. This is my area.
I'm liking these bursts from Don, though. I'm liking these fact that we recognize the situation right in them when we are sort of getting, 2D, when we are getting obviously hit with the spin. It's a tricky situation in regards to obviously you're spending a lot on that burst. You've got to build that back throughout that round if you're caught in that straight away. And we're avoiding being stuck in them situations from Testarossa. And you know what? It's fantastic because we can keep that up into the corner. It means our minions spawn. It means we're in a tricky situation because we can't get our orchestra out. We can't get our burst out. We can't get any of our own resources out. And sort of Jackal gets left to their own devices. Unfortunately, you know, since coming in with the minions in the back, as we'll be able to pick this up with a burst, but doesn't matter. The projectiles getting sent out. And it is all about Don right now just limiting this Jackal, just limiting what Testarossa can do.
A very desperate player, to say the least, as well. Wasn't really sure if that was the right option there as well, considering, you know, he had a smidge of health left there, and now you're going into that next game with no burst at all, and once again getting, look at the damage on the board. That's 50 HP right there, kind of.
Yeah, it's absolutely huge, and it just keeps on going to the corner. A really nice reset in between that as well. With
70.
overhead. Absolutely fantastic. Another reset once more. I think we should be able to pick this up. I don't know what we're going for there on the side of the Dom. Maybe being a little bit too cheeky. We are on match point though, as Testarossa is fighting for tournament life, but it's going to be a quick swipe at the knees.
Devastating loss there. Unfortunate for coming from Testarossa. But still, nonetheless, good games regardless, man.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic from Don as well. I think it's going to be their best placement this year, actually. We've got 5th at Brussels and UFA, respectively, and 7th at Buttonjack as well. So the fact that we've got 4th here is a really, really good placement to obviously move on forward. It's unfortunate for Testarossa that was, I think, 2nd seed in this tournament today. Was, in my book, one to meet Niffy into Grand as well. They're a fantastic player on that Jackal. So not unpredictable, but they're so sort of momentum heavy as well. And the fact that Dom was just interrupting that momentum and just being like, I can't give you these houses, I can't give you these moments. And the thing is, I like that we didn't aim for the houses. I like that we aim for Jackal. We aim for the source of that sort of pressure as well. We aim for the source of these, because it's not just the minions. It's Jackal on top of that. When you get into the hard situation, minions are allowed to spawn behind. They're allowed to march in. They're allowed to march in onto the front lines. And then when they're there on your face on a wake up, you go, oh, now it starts. Now it's all on Jackal, and that's why Testarossa is so good with that character. And Dom recognizes that, and I love that we recognize that. Stop that on its tracks, and yeah, pushes into losers final.
Yeah, immediately just learned from the mistakes he made round 1, and was sure to never repeat it again, and eventually just ended up steamrolling there for the next couple of games. So big shouts to both players there in that set. Just absolutely good gameplay all around, and I'm a bit upset to see Testarossa get knocked out, because that Jackal was truly something to marvel at. But still, I mean, this Ramlethal is just still so good to watch as well, man. So excited at the same time. So beautiful stuff here, and we should be heading into that losers finals now. I'm sure.
King Rasta versus Don. It's going to be a really, really good game. It's going to be obviously that it's going to be that Faust just trying to sort of, well, do what he did against Sniffy. But it's, I feel like, is it set up on setup? Depends what items you get out of your pocket.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
If Rasta's as lucky as we are this time around, we're going to go black hole to meteorite. That's what we're going to get.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I feel like we're definitely going to see Don play a lot more aggressive. I feel like, I mean, as you know, I feel like it's a bit more harder for Faust to play really up close in this situation and matchup. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot more worth it to sort of keep your distance and try and like not only poke out Ramlethal, but also make sure she doesn't try and set up swords anywhere near you. In fact, so I feel like as a result, you're going to see Don try, really win that up close and personal matchup first before setting things up.
And I think for Don here, let's avoid the double jeopardy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Knock down from winners, as you see in there in the top 8 graphic. Knock down from winners by by Don as well. So it's a tricky situation where it's like you sort of knocked down by Rasta. It's a tricky situation where you don't want to be losing twice to that same player, twice to that same character. You got to take what you learn from that first set over on obviously the winners semi-finals. Try apply it here. Make sure we get more of them sword placements. Make sure we're dealing with this Ram a little bit more. But once again, what has this man got in his pocket? What are you dealing with on this round start? Because I'm definitely seeing far slash into, never mind, we'll keep it normal, but it's a hammer straight away. I thought far slash into straight pockets, see what we got.
Honestly, I was expecting the same thing, to be honest, but still, nonetheless, it's working out very well from King Rasta. Look at him, Don Pietro wasn't even able to land. And look at that, the stun already there. This might just be a perfect if Rasta plays his cards right.
That's going in nicely to just block. It's going to be just outside that round as well. Another black hole, and it's going to work out for Rasta. Not going to be
He's modded the setup. There's no way.
Man's got a particle accelerator in his pocket. How have you got this many black holes? Like, what's going on?
Entire singularity in the palm of his goddamn hand. But nonetheless.
My man said wormholes. I got that. Don't worry.
We're moving that Doctor Who, man, mate. Oh my god. Still, once again, close. And manages to get him out on the overhead there. Beautiful. And again, look at that. Opening him up there.
Pressure into the corner. Really, really clean on the side of Don. Nice to carry that Rasta over into the corner. Pick up onto the end of it as well. Set up with the swords. Trying to go.
Spin to win. Spin to win. Spin to goddamn win. And there we go. That round is as good as one. There you go. Don Pietro.
I love that from Don. The fact that it was the dead angle to get rid of obviously both sword placements, but the recognition just to be like, all right, we don't mind us to sell. Let me just get super out. Catch into the air as well, fall into the super. Really, really good. Instant biscuits to the side of Don though. Pressure into the corner once more. We go round for round right here. Here's to 3 once more. Obviously with it being losers finals, we keep finding donuts and black holes in our pocket. Doing enough just to try and keep Faust into this. Pressure set up right now though. We're going to be able to get rid of both marks with the head bomb with the jump dust.
Very scary stuff indeed. There we go. Keeping his distance though. Knows that he can just get out by any time they're Don. Finding his way in, and still going from the dive there, and King Rasta finds his way in once again and gets him with a poke at the very end, taking that first game. Beautiful stuff from King Rasta. Bit all over the place there near in the end, but nonetheless.
I thought it was really good sort of defense on the side of Don, just to sort of keep Rasta into that corner. It was all about obviously what items were going to come about. Another bomb situation where it was sort of, trying to stay away from that, make them act. That's a really push for Rasta in that situation. But I thought Don helped with it really well. That's unfortunate that you're in the middle of your combo and you get down a sword like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, and there's absolute 5,000 BC movements right there. Oh. I'm not going to say anything.
I told you, he's got a particle accelerator in his pocket. There's no way you're getting this many black holes and you don't have that. Big dang angle. We're going to get rid of the sword placements once more. A chalky biscuit on the floor, but it's not going to get picked up. Don't need them carbs right now.
Yeah, definitely not, man. Sugar, he does not want to end up with a sugar crash right there. Still, throws out. You got that big boy Faust.
Look at that big boy.
No, he's disappeared. Oh, yeah,
it's going to be going out straight away, though. We'll get meteorites once more, though. Yeah, they're going in a little bit late. Just going to be outside of that range for that. And I'm liking this from Don, staying that full screen. Doesn't want to interact too much. We're on that low health. We can maybe get a snipe. Unfortunately, it's a really good air-to-air situation. Right hand with the red RC. Big poke. You're going to watch for the trap. Oh, the instant grab. It was such an awkward situation because if you got pushed too far back, you would have been flipped into the air and you knew Rasta had to confirm off of that. But instantly, with the Wrecker straight away, Don on the offense just to try and get this damage into the second round. Set up once more with the swords, ready to block the overhead.
Yeah, scary stuff nonetheless. Still, the pressure is still rising. Both swords set up, and there we go. King Rasta still managed to get out nonetheless, and a beautiful get, and very important get out there too, because now, you know, we're back to neutral here. These pokes really poking, and there gets the dive, and that's a full corner carry. Ooh, very close to.
Very close. Catches the overhead, poison into the corner. We got more of them head bombs as well. Catch onto the overhead. I love the wait for the burst on the stick. Because the amount of time that you got to confirm that as well, especially with the spin going in, it's just like, yeah, I'm waiting.
This guy's a kung fu master, man. The patience is insane, bro. Moving like Master Shifu, man. Like, shout out to Master Shifu, man.
Shout out to Master Shifu.
No, he's teaching Poe right now. Oh, that's how it's done right there, man. Honestly, yeah, no, that patience is insane on the stick. Crazy, crazy stuff. And we can see Dom being a lot more reserved as well now. You know, he's seen that playing as aggressive as he was before wasn't working out. Kinda, you know, not playing into his favor. But maybe King Rasta might like this a lot more. We'll have to see though. But it's because it's working out for Don though. Might be able to take this round of Game 3.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of rounds on the side of Don, but just no games, unfortunately. We're finding them moments just to be able to pick up against this Faust. Could be a game on their side if they can start this strong. They went for something strong. Unfortunately, not going to work out. It is just going to be spin down onto that jump shaker. But more hammers, more donuts. Yeah. Pockets aren't going to be favouring us on this round, unfortunately. Rasta just trying to work around it. Unfortunately, back onto the defense.
Yeah, Don really struggling to try and like pick and choose his moments at times as well. Even at the round start there, you know, Rasta was more than happy to just block all that hit, all those hits, and get pushed all the way back into the corner to really start the setup. But I say this, look at this.
You know, I love it. Jumped over it. Stops the offense, gives Rasta a moment. You still need to get around it if you want to try and get the 3-0. It looks like it's going to go into Don's favour though, as we get this dust into the corner. No pickup, unfortunately, with the sword, but it's another setup with the sword placement. Instant buttons on the side of Rasta. They're going to be spin on in. And the bear straight away. Really good bear just to get off me. Dead angle to get rid of them. Yeah, another black hole.
Yeah, man, honestly. It's looking very close now. And, you know, all from that beautiful barre Rasta did in the corner. Still. Oh! Just snipes him. Just snipes. So it's so unfortunate because it really did feel like Don had that game. It really did feel like he had that game.
I feel like there's so many moments for Don in them situations, for Dom in them moments where it is just like we've got that corner placement. It's constant pressure on the side of Rasta, but you feel like it's the one item that is just sort of change it up. Whether it is mini Faust, whether it is black hole, just sort of drag it away from that situation, apply that damage onto Don, puts Rasta into a really good sort of momentum. But Don has so many situations like this, like that the back row into the corner, more items set up, really nice blitz, does the same to Rasta what they did to Poyo, and they're going to get a lot of damage off of that. Unfortunately, not much more though. We do get a punish on that, not a massive one, unfortunately.
Yeah, can't spin to win today, but still Rasta and Don both on the equal life here. Go anyway, mini Faust being deployed right now. Time to get to goddamn work. Oh, I love that! I love that cross up.
All the bombs going to be hitting our own though. Big bait onto the bear. Should be able to get it done. Finally getting a game on the board against Rasta. It was a tricky situation. But got assist from their own pocket with the bomb. Didn't have to worry too much about the mini Faust coming on through. Really, really nice on the side of Pietro.
Very nice indeed. And, you know, going into this next game here, Game 4, I feel like you're going to see a lot more confidence coming out of Don. I feel like he was able to pick and choose his moments very well in that last game, and it paid off very well. And obviously, you know, that bomb kind of giving him the assist near the end there, must have been a big mental hit there for Rasta.
Just enough sort of damage to get in. It's more into Rasta's favour at the moment, though. Don, just in these moments when obviously we all losing that health, just trying to play that sort of keep away game with the really good sword placements. Unfortunately, Faust with the abilities to teleport straight on in, whether it's doors on our left and right or diving from the heavens above. Stuck into the corner now, though. It's going to be nice sword placement to sort of change their situation. Maybe look for a base bait as well, but unfortunately it's just going to be a big swipe coming out from the plastic surgeon themselves. Both players laughing about it. And I feel like it's one of those situations where it's sort of like, why not? Yeah, I might lose some health in that situation. Guts is going to help me. Obviously, you know, Faust has got some healthy Guts on their side.
Oh my god!
Oh, cheeky!
Yeah, Rasta's feeling himself match point now. Look at that, all that life just gone within a matter of like 10 seconds, mind you, Keno. Look at that, 80 seconds on the clock now. So it's 20 now, but still, his HP is as good as 0.
Stood into the black hole. A real good pickle for the plastic surgeon. That is Faust, and it's Rasta going to be moving back into grand finals on that loser's side to try and get this run back against Niffy. Unfortunately, on the side of Don, it's going to be a double jeopardy situation, getting knocked out twice from winners and losers by the same guy.
Unfortunate.
So unfortunate. But you know what? Unironically, could happen to Rasta here, who's a lot closer in that winners finals between these two. I need to peep Niffy's stick as well, the CEO Taku stick. It is clean.
That's so clean. That's so nice.
I think is it a Vitric stick? Am I wrong about that? No, it's an obsidian.
It's an obsidian. Yeah, you can see from the side. You can see from the side. It's got the same colorings and light up. But also, I mean, King Rasta. You know, King of None. You know, like unfortunate stuff. You know, second outplay, like you said before. You know, getting third at the last mix-up, losing to the two kings of Opida and Niffy. You know, and obviously just losing to Niffy in that winner side as well. Is now the time? Could it happen? Could the king take the throne for himself?
I mean, Niffy's coming here, obviously second place from last year, needs to get that victory here. You know, we mentioned before, I'll mention it again, obviously Peter, last year's champion. It's kind of funny when you look at it actually in regards to, because this is third and second from last year's mix-up.
Yeah.
Could have been played again, obviously if we had the same roster from last time. I reckon we probably would have gotten the same result. But it was so close in that winners finals. I can't wait to see what we get in this grand finals here. I would love a reset. And we need more. We need more Guilty Gear in this gazebo here at MIXUP. But it's going to be your grand finals. Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2 is going to be Niffy versus Rasta for that all-important first place, for that all-important championship set in what is your first community game of this weekend.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy stuff indeed. And honestly, man, you know, the mix-up round 7, we're in the Guilty Gear gazebo. You know, there's a lot to be happy about right now. And honestly, I'm happy for this grand finals already starting off, Niffy, on the offensive. You're in the corner, Rasta. How are you going to get out of here?
Brussels Challenge champion against the outplayed second place Rasta. Already in a really good position. Unfortunately, our pocketed items aren't going to be that great. Double donuts, unfortunately, so buy one get one free here, as we're going to see ourselves using our burst instantly into the corner. Want to be onto the back end of this soul, but unfortunately, fate have it. We have to deal with these Gunflames, deal with these Fafnirs. Really nice onto the air grab. It's going to be the Gunflame to keep it on going, and this is a styling combo right now. SS. For the Devil May Cry inside me, but
won't let you land. Oh my god, the spin to goddamn win once again. Still up top, and now isn't Niffy starting to take all that damage? Still on the defensive, bounce back, just like kicks you in the face. The fly kick from the ropes.
Yeah, the bandit just a snipe there, absolutely fantastic. On the side of Niffy,
Bandit.
More of that Gunflame though, just to try and keep that area. A lot of Fafnir attempts as well from that last round, just to sort of keep that going. We've seen a lot of tumble events in that winners finals just beforehand though. Dust loops into the corner though. Unfortunately, this ain't no wiki, so there's no information that Rasta can gather to try and get out of this situation.
Just brutal stuff all around here. Can't get out, can't seem to get out here. Open up once again, man, and it's not a new tab. Oh my god.
JK, no jokes though.
Jarvis,
Oh, there was a bomb attempt to try and get that out the pocket. Caught on the starter frame, so as Sniffy gets that first game real quick.
Jarvis, give me that frame data. Brutal stuff, though. First game goes to Niffy, and you know, Fraston's gonna have to change something up, or else it'll just be a repeat situation of that previous winner's side game.
They just set the oil off, unfortunately, not on the advantage there, though. Big on that 4K. Mini Faust just to interrupt the bandit attempt as well, though. Falling on them carbs, so a little bit of life on the side of Niffy. Nice onto them, dash in though with them peas, mushy peas. That's a real nice side as we get counts onto that blitz. Not going to be able to get that off on the side of the roster. It's so many dash-ins actually from the air. Big on the grab as well. No blitz to get out of this corner, but it will be a bait though. Nearly like blitz on either side just to keep ourselves safe.
Yeah, but look at that. Rasta's so hungry right now. And so is Niffy, man. I mean, you said mushy peas, but it's looking more like fish and chips.
Fresh.
Oh my God, you know how I deal with a cod breath. Like, come on, we're freshly battered, man. The beer batter, but it's non-alcoholic, bro.
Now I'm hungry.
I'm starving. I haven't had it at breakfast, man.
Ryan's looking for me. You've seen the donuts on the screen coming out from Rasta. Unfortunately, there's no donuts right here.
Bro,
my man's looking like a donut with the Fafnir going right on through.
Yeah,
Shouts to my manage. But
I don't do the one donuts. I at least get the 5-pack from Sainsbury's, man. You know what I mean? The jam donuts.
Yo.
Oh! Wow. Just wow.
We need a Spanish flag over Niffy right there, my man. That was a wake-up level 3.
That
was crazy. Yeah, that was the wake-up. She's reading the situation, though. Going to get the hit in. It was clean on the side of Niffy. But yeah, it lends itself to the man. Big into the jump dust, though. Meteorite is out, though, so it's going to be more of that pressure. Big burst. Oh, sorry, big blitz actually to get around it. That was really smart on the side of Niffy. Doesn't get much out of it, though, unfortunately. As he puts himself to the back, what a really good bit. Fafnir to get away from that black hole. No! Cosmic Force is going to keep me from doing my combos as my man ran away from it. And it's the danger time. Oh my God! Mini Faust! The sniper to the back as well.
Hitting him with that cell, with that Vegeta assist against Cell.
Oh! What? What a huge base rate inside that danger time. Doesn't really get much of it though, unfortunately. Another blitz attempt as well, but it's caught on the landing.
Trying to go for the overhead there. Still open up nonetheless there. And that's another game going to Niffy, man. I said these guys were hungry, but oh my God, these guys are starving, man.
I mean, what game's coming out from these two right now? Niffy 2-0 up, looking for that fade. And I'm loving the hunger from him right now. I'm loving the desire to try and get this victory. And it's a wild throw into the corner, and we're working on a perfect miss input, maybe?
Just insane stuff, man. The desire, indeed, man. The desire to eat, man. That déjeuner, you know what I mean, man? Dinner time soon, man. Still goes into stance. Oh my God, the hammer throw. Still, Niffy's able to get out there unscathed, man. That must have done some mental damage to Rasta. Into the corner now, but still gets the grab, man. The subway slammer.
Pressure into the corner. Just need to jump out, just trying to find something. Don't want to be too active here. There's a burst on either side. A lot of meter on both players right here. Yeah. Both going to be an RC as well. Attempt on the wild throw. A little bit too early. The blitz onto the bomb. Read the situation to get the grab in as well. Viper going on through. It's not going to be doing a whole lot though. Base baiting the situation. We're not going to fall for it though. It will just be a jump dust. Just a snipe Niffy there. There was so much that went on to the end of that there.
Yeah.
The fact that it was the blitz onto the bomb, but get to the throw back there. It was the Viper across the ground. We got our fish hook on to throw up into the air. It was a base situation, but Niffy not falling for it though. There's been so many mini Fausts as well, just to snipe Niffy in them unfortunate situations. They're doing so much for us there. My man is pulling SSRs out of his pocket in terms of situations and items.
You know, and I can't lie, man. You know, that Dokkan anniversary coming soon, guys. You know, like, he's ready to get these pulls, man. He's got them Dragon Stones on deck. Still, look at that, give him a quick lick into this beautiful carry here. Oh, no, gets a bit too preemptive with the bomb, and Niffy's just ready to fire his way out of all of that.
Combo breaking with his own bomb as well. Niffy couldn't keep it going. We do find our moment, though, just able to get the tech out, and it's a big K just to get rid of Niffy. And it's going to be a game to Rasta, trying to get a reset on this bracket here in Grand Finals. 2-1 at the current moment. It's on a knife edge.
On a knife edge, and it's a very big win for Rasta. I feel like this definitely could give him the energy he needs to get things started, and get things started he did with that aggression at round start. Unfortunately, Niffy ready on guard there, on block, you know, and managing to get Rasta back into the corner. Gunframe, RC, big damage now into the, just keep him in the air, man. Fat Fafnir as well. Oh my god!
That was sick! The jump slash to get over the bomb. Not the normal Fafnir combo in that situation, but a beautiful read on the side of Niffy. As Page with the stun to get that round into the end. Smart, educational.
Match
crazy.
points. Match. Goddamn point, Keno. And just immediately just goes in there. Back in the corner again, man. I didn't know we were playing Strive. That was a screen break almost. Legit, just already back there. 50%, 40%, 30%. Can we see a 20?
Big onto the air throw. Read the situation. I thought we were going to go for an insta-kill, but we didn't get the most out of the stun. It's going to be a big burst, a missile to the wild throw. Your own bomb is your own demise, as it's going to be Niffy with a 3-1 over Rasta. I can't believe it. My man tripped on his own shoelace.
It'd be the ones close. I think it was one of the mini fouls that he fired earlier on. Just coming in with the wrench, throwing out the bomb instead. You know, taking him out in the process. What a poetic way to end things, man. I mean, if you as a Faust were going to go out, I'd rather it be by my own hand. So, beautiful stuff nonetheless, but Niffy is your mix-up round 7 Guilty Gear Xrd champion!
That was insane. Give it up for Niffy right there. My man Faust really said, hey, trust no one, not even yourself. But we see our top 8 there, and it was a fantastic top 8 the whole way through. We did have our loser side with Maska Poyo with the 2-0. We see Bush and Ryu and Cargo with the 2-0 as well. Moving on, obviously, to the winner's side. Niffy with the 2-0 over Testa Rosa, and then Arasta 2-0 over Don as well. Don, Pietro, Poyo, Testa Rosa, Bush and Ryu on that loser side as well.
Wow, just absolutely crazy stuff. And honestly, you know, what a beautiful bracket it's been, but also just a big shout out to the French scene in general for keeping such a game alive. You know, it's very hard to see, you know, it's very easy to just move on to the next game. But, you know, I have to respect the mix-up. I have to, and UFA as well, just the community for keeping the game alive. And, you know, we're seeing good numbers as well, regardless. It's such a nice thing to see. And really gives you hope for the FGC in general. So
yeah, it obviously it's always like I always say at the start of the stream. It always feels like it's the same lads every tournament, you know, every week running this game. They're always here. I'm always seeing the same. The likes of Rasta, Fix Me Steve, Testarossa, Niffy, Poyo, Rex, Pietro, Peter, Maska. Trying to list names off the top of my head.
That's real passion. It's real passion.
It is always the same. Fellas, shout out obviously to the people at Hessen as well, with the likes of like Stein and that. You got crossover in a couple of weeks as well in Dusseldorf, and you're going to see definitely some more of the same people over at that event as well. But we're going to keep blazing the players with our top 8 winners medals going to be put onto stream in just a sec as we run through our winners this weekend. We've got Miles Away and Wondroll as well. I want to add to that list because some of these, man, are just they're troopers. They're troopers into the scene. Shouts to Rex as well. I see him in the crowd. My man T.O. and obviously Hessen as well was out here. I think the T.O. won this weekend as well, but was fantastic into their bracket as well. And I also mentioned, as I always do, Fix Me Steve.
Yeah, of course, man. Just once again, the pure and utter passion behind both of these guys. Obviously, you know, Steve being one of the people to set up the rollback in the first place for Xrd, which is an absolutely insane feat to do. Especially, it was in that area as well where everyone's like, it's so hard to like add rollback for a pre-existing game. But yeah, a big round of applause to all the winners here. There we go. You can see these guys getting their medals. You know, beautiful stuff from all these players, man.
Yo.
Abu!
Abu!
The Abu assist just rolling up,
The Abu assist is crazy.
Rolling up back mini Faustberg just.
Yeah, as we do go for our medal ceremony, though, obviously we want to give medals out to, bro, my man, Bush and Ryu still missing out on as well. He's asking for it, bro. We're going back and forth for Bush and Ryu, though, getting his medal as well, though. They're back and forth on this right now. We're taking it up, bro. We're taking it up top. Ray, yo.
The
Give
betrayal.
me the medal.
What the hell? What is happening?
Are we? Damn, we mix up on the medals. It's in the name of the tournament.
Oh, can't lie, man. Mix it. Yeah, medal mix up, man. Very nice.
Testarossa though getting his medal. Pushing.
There we go. Rasta.
Hamlet Woods, but then we got Don as well getting their third place medal. Rasta getting their second place.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. And now finally, the big man himself, Niffy, your champion. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Your MIXUP Round 7 Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator champion.
Absolutely fantastic top 8 from here today. There is your entire top 8 right there. Obviously, shout out to obviously the rest of the people in that bracket as well. Rounds of applause to them all. As Niffy claims another tournament into the bag this year, along with Brussels Challenge. All heading towards a pinnacle point of UFA later this year. We're going to see, hopefully, the best of the best over in France, over in Paris.
Over in Paris. Yeah,
but for this weekend, next on this stream is, I want to say Strive, because we've got Tekken over onto the main stage. We've got French Strive over into the main, over into our third hall, which is just off to our right, into the gazebo. We've got the likes of Street Fighter as well. I think that's being placed onto main stage, so obviously make sure you tune into the streams, folks. Make sure you're tuning in to obviously mix up this weekend. There's so much on. Make sure you tune into the Reversal channel as well. That's where you're going to be catching the likes of some of the for Guilty Gear Strive and obviously Street Fighter as well. Huge for the Street Fighter event as well. Obviously an EWC qualifier over for that side, so massive players coming out for that as well. Me and you going to be supporting mans like Amari and like
Of course, and obviously we can't forget about Tekken as well, being potentially the biggest event of the tournament as well. So be sure to tune into that on all the Tekken official channels as well. But yeah, it's been an amazing time. I can see we've got C4 and Jones in the back there, so probably will be some more gear, different type of gear, but moving into the second gear even. But until then, I've been Rekka and big man Jonesy over here.
Jonesy?
Yeah, you're Jonesy now.
I'm Jonesy now? I'm Jonesy now.
Jonesy now. Big man Keno. Honestly, I couldn't have had a better partner to help me through this entire thing, Gave him this assist. He's going to kill me after this. I will. But nonetheless, yeah, I think that's it. That's it from us. I don't think we have production talking tires, so I'm not sure what will happen here.
I don't know
either, but
obviously we're going to be seeing you on City of the Wolves
tomorrow. Yeah, Street Fighter as well. I've got Street Fighter later on today as well. So yeah, obviously do tune to that. Obviously follow me down at RekkaCast as well, and obviously Keno.
Yeah, we're going to be on Grand Blue tomorrow in the gazebo still onto this stream. I'm going to be on with Dave. That's going to be top 16 and top 8. It's going to be a Arc System Works plus gold event for that, so many points on the line, 200 for the winner. It's going to be a fantastic one there. We've got some of the Scottish lads coming out as well with the likes of Bogus. Don't think Tunington's here, so the Llewellyn brothers aren't in the trio, unfortunately. But we do have the standards, which is the likes of Stocky, Citizen, Skill. You know them, Chad.
Big Skill, yeah.
If you watch Grand Blue, you know them. But everyone here at Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator 2 on the community event, they're going to be done on our side. Yeah, stick around as we end our stream. Peace.
PlayStation